Terry Brock with terrybrock.com. Social media is changing the way marketing is done. Today, instead of the old ways of doing things, we're doing it with social media because Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, all of those tend to work. And the other things, well, they just don't work. Matter of fact, there's a lot of things that don't work. It reminds me of something out on the so-called speaking circuit. There's an old saying out there that says, if you keep on doing what you've already done, you'll keep on getting what you already got. And you know, when I first think about that, I think, okay, I guess that might make sense, but wait a minute. In an environment where everything is changing rapidly, if you keep doing what got you to the level of success you're enjoying now, and things have changed completely, chances are it's not only going to not work, it could harm you. Matter of fact, there's an old technique that they used in marketing before that was called push marketing. You might have heard about that. And it's kind of like the old derby hat and cigar-smoking used car salesman, or the salesman that's a shyster saying, hey, we'll try to do this for you. And they're talking louder and they're screaming and they're really being pretty obnoxious. I mean, that guy, you're like, you don't like it. You know, like, you don't like that kind of thing. But what we're looking at then, after that, was pull marketing. And we're saying, okay, well, here's the difference. What we'll do is we'll try to bring people to us. You know, we're going to say, please come this way and do this, and then people will pay attention to us. And you know, even now we're tired of that too, because we don't want to always do the same old things that have been tried over and over. Today, something is different. Matter of fact, when you look at what's going on today, we know that push is out. It is not working. And pull is out as well. So if you can't push and you can't pull, what do you do? What's a marketer to do to get information out to people, to market your services, to get the word out, as they say? Well, it's a different way of doing things. Today, I think it's pairing. Not so much pushing, not so much pulling, but pairing. And what do I mean by that? Well, it's combining resources. It's bringing people together. So you can bring, say, a Bob to meet Sam, or you can get Mary to meet Julie, and get people to meet new technologies and new things that are going to help them in their own marketing. Really what it is, 9 plus 9 equals 99. And what do I mean by that? Well, 9 plus 9 equaling 99 is a different way of looking at things. I remember my buddy Alan Black, who said instead of looking at 1 plus 1 equals 2, sometimes 1 plus 1 equals 11. Be creative. Look at things differently. And when you do this combination, really 9 plus 9 is a whole lot more than 18. You're creating something even bigger when you get the right minds together and you pull people together in the right way. What that means is the whole really is greater than the sum of its parts. You'll find that as you work with people, you come up with new ideas that you wouldn't have had otherwise, and it changes it. Napoleon Hill talked about this. You remember his book, Think and Grow Rich? Think and Grow Rich changed the life of many people and created many millionaires. The principles still work today. The principles are still there. If you haven't read that, you need to read that book, Think and Grow Rich. It is a fabulous book, and really get into and understand the concepts and teachings of Napoleon Hill. My friend and client Ann McNeil is using this with her Mastermind Alliance groups that she forms and helps people to do this. They're finding enormous amount of potential business for those that get involved by creating and working with others, pairing others. Instead of pushing and pulling, you'll be able to do a lot more. When you think about pushing and pulling, people don't like that a lot. But pairing, bringing people together, really does work. You create a mastermind group, a real mind where a third or fourth or another entity is really created when you get all the people together. And that can be for 2 or more people, and it works very nicely. I learned this concept also from Dr. Stanley. Dr. Thomas Stanley, his PhD is in marketing, was the best professor I had at Georgia State University when I went there. And he co-authored a book called The Millionaire Next Door, and has gone on to write many other books too about millionaires and how to become like a millionaire. His greatest contribution, I think, is helping people to learn about the concept of putting others together, pairing them up. Be the center of that hub. Be the center resource so that you're the go-to person. People come to you. Dr. Stanley talked to us about that. He'll always be known to me as Dr. Stanley. And he gave us the idea of bringing together other people, being that center, being the one that people want to go to. So they say, do you know a good carpenter over on the north side of town? Or do you know a good Italian restaurant over here on the west side? Or who do you know that's real good at such and such? You want to be that person. And Tom Stanley has taught millions of people how to do that. Those are the things that can work. I talk about that in my book, Relationship Marketing, where I talk about not about the e-commerce, all the electronics. Those are good. What really matters? The R-commerce. relationships that you build with others that are mutually beneficial and you're helping the other person. Think in terms of how you can help that other person, and then bring in the technology to enhance that and to facilitate it. If you find out more about that, bounce over to my website at terrybrock.com, and you'll find we've got some real good offers for you right now. As a matter of fact, if you get it now, you buy the ebook, and then we give you the paperback book. You get that for free when you buy the ebook. And you also get an audio that accompanies this, explaining what relationship marketing is all about in our commerce. And we also talk about other things like social media. You get a cheat sheet on that. So you're going to get all of this when you buy the book there at terrybrock.com. And so bounce over to terrybrock.com, and we'd love to hear your comments. This way you can help others, and you can think about ways that you pair people together and how you can pair knowledge and information you have to help other people. That's the key. I'm Terry Brock. Thank you very much for joining me today, and I will look forward to hearing from you.